Hi, welcome back once again to CBSE Board Economics. I'm Saddam Hussain here. Today we discuss a very most important circular issued by the Central Board of Secondary Education on 6th November. The CBSE has sent this circular to all the principals of all the schools, right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. As you know that still, in most of the schools, they have online teaching. The students have not been going to the schools. And there is a lot of communication gap between the principal and the students, teachers and the students. So whatever the circulars, the CBSE issues may not reach the students. But this circular is most important, the most important circular of this academic session. With this academic session 2021-22 is different from all the academic sessions the CBSE had so far. Why? Because there have been no schools, there have been no classroom teaching, no offline teaching. The students had to suffer online teaching. Okay, and the exam system has also been changed. Now instead of subjective paper, instead of writing answers in 100 words, 60, 70 words, 30 words, one-line answers, this academic session for class 10 and 12 students, they have OMR sheets. That means you don't have to write anything in the examination, not even a single word, not even a single sentence, nothing absolutely. So you have to fill, the answers are given in the question paper itself, you just have to select the right answer. So that too in the OMR sheet, not in any answer sheet. Keeping in mind, this is the first time the CBSE conducting examination through OMR, the CBSE has issued a special circular. Today we'll discuss in detail how to fill this OMR sheet. You must have prepared very well. You must have worked hard throughout the year. But if you make a mistake in the OMR sheet, you may land up getting 0 marks. So according to me, OMR sheet is much more important than what you have done throughout the year. So carefully listen to all the points given by CBSE. I'll be discussing, interpreting each point of OMR sheet. Please carefully listen and if possible write it down in a notebook. So the CBSE circular says demystifying the OMR to be used in term 1 examination. Demystifying, what does it mean? Explaining in simple terms. Demystifying, it's a mystery. Because for CBSE mystery, for the schools it's a mystery, for students it's a mystery. That's why they want to decode, they want to simplify this OMR sheet. That's number one. Keep that in mind. So your preparation is one side and filling the OMR sheet is on the other side. This is much more important. All your efforts will go waste. Whatever the preparation you have done throughout the year will go waste if you don't learn how to fill the OMR sheet. The first point the CBSE said, in the OMR sheet, you don't have to fill your name, your dad's name, your school name, the subject, your roll number. Details of candidates will be pre-filled in the OMR sheet. The CBSE fills these details computerized and will come to your school wherever you are giving the examination. The first point, you don't have to fill any details about your name, your school, the subject and your roll number. Number 2, candidate has to write the question paper code in the upper right hand corner In the space provided for the same, question paper code will be written on the question paper. Every question paper will have a code that of course you are supposed to write. This CBSE has not pre-filled because you never know which set you are getting it. Maybe set 1, set 2, set 3, every set has a different code. You are supposed to write that in the column given in the right hand side of the OMR sheet, which is not difficult. The third point, candidate has to write in his or her own hand in the space provided. There is a space given at the end of the OMR sheet. Below, after filling all the columns, there is a space. In that space, you have to write in your own handwriting. This is probably only sentence you will be writing in this whole exam. I confirm that all particulars given above are correct. After writing it in your handwriting, I confirm that all particulars given above are correct. Whatever the CBSE has pre-filled in the form, you are confirming, you are declaring that they are absolutely right. There are no mistakes in it. After that, sign running hand on OMR. You please sign in that OMR. This is probably only sentence you will be writing in the whole examination hall. Write, I confirm that all particulars given are correct, and sign. And next is the most important point, keep in mind, because normally in OMR sheets, the students are supposed to fill these sheets with black pencil, but in this board examination, they specifically mention only blue or black ballpoint pen is to be used for filling desired information and for giving responses. Don't use pencil, don't take pencil, because this OMR sheet is machine read or computerized. So the computer will read it, so the pencil marks will not be read by the computer or the machine. So use only black pen or blue pen to fill the OMR sheet. And the CBSE has given specifically in the 6th point, use of pencil is strictly prohibited. If it is found that the candidate has used the pencil for filling OMR, this will be considered as use of unfair means and action will be taken against the candidate as per unfair mean rules. Please avoid pencil, otherwise your paper will be cancelled. So be careful. Pencil, again I'm repeating it, don't carry pencil, only blue pen or black pen to fill those boxes. And the 7th point, most important point, it has many sub points. What do you have in the 7th point? Following are the important features of the OMR. So have an idea about the OMR sheet. The first one, under the 7th point, there is a space for answering 60 questions in an OMR, irrespective of total questions given in the question papers of any subject. Candidate will use maximum circles as per total questions given in the question paper for giving responses. This should be only in serial. So in each OMR sheet, whether you are in class 10 or class 12, or whether you are appearing for physics or chemistry or economics or accountancy or mathematics, 60 questions. The space is given for 60 serial order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 60. Suppose in a particular question paper you have only 40 questions, maybe in physics or chemistry or maybe in history or political science. You are supposed to write only 40 questions. Beyond that, please just ignore the OMR sheet. Don't fill it. So only 40 questions you are supposed to write. Don't attempt the 41 question. And the next point, answers given after the maximum question number will not be evaluated. Meaning thereby, what does it mean? If there are 45 questions in some question papers and the candidate is changing question number 46 in OMR and writing this question as 45 and then giving the answer, it will not be evaluated. So what it means, I'll put it in simple terms. Suppose you are giving English paper. In English, probably, I don't know, this is just a hypothetical example, you have 40 questions. So you answered the first serial. Please keep in mind the serial order is very important. If you change the serial order, the machine won't be able to read, you'll get 0. Go in the serial order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose there are 40 questions, write only 40 questions. After that, leave 41, 42 up to 60, just leave it blank. Suppose after attempting, you made a mistake in 40th questions and then you wrote 42nd and you write it with your pen 41. That won't be evaluated. You'll get 0 for that. So be careful. That's very important. The message is you must be extra careful while attempting the OMR sheet. Attempt only 40 questions. Don't try to write any extra. Next point, for giving a response, 4 circles. In the OMR sheet, you have 4 circles. A, B, C, and D are given in front of each question in a row. Candidate, once confident about the correctness of reply, should darken the circle with a pen. Suppose you are attempting question number 5. Question number 5 is given there. I'll be showing the OMR sheet 5. Then you have in a row A box, small circle, B circle, C circle, D circle. Read the question carefully. Make sure that you know the answer. Suppose for a particular question, question number 5, the right answer is C. Circle it properly with blue or black pen. Complete circle. Don't half circle it. Don't put a dot. Don't tick. Circle it completely as you fill the circle. After 4 circles are over, then mind it, this is the first time in OMR. If you have appeared any other examination with OMR sheet, you don't find. This is specially for CBSE. After 4 circles are over, that is A, B, C, D, a box is given in the same row. Candidates have to write the correct option in this box, that is A or B or C or D as the answer is. So what I mean to say is, question number 5. For example, I'm explaining with an example. For example, the capital city of India is, they given you dash, they given you the options A, New Delhi, B, Kolkata, C, Chennai, D, Mumbai. In this question, the correct answer is A. Circle A. After circling it, don't leave it there. There is a box after this A, B, C, D. In that box, again you are supposed to write the answer A. I hope it's clear. After the box, again a circle is given ahead of box wherein the question number is also written inside the circle. This circle is to be darkened by the candidates if they have not attempted this question. I'll explain this. So you have A circle, B, C, D. You chose the answer C. That's the right answer. You write it in that black box or black square after A, B, C, D as whatever answer C, I suppose. After that, you have one more circle. In that circle, don't do anything. If you are attempting this question, suppose you are not attempting a question number 5, you are leaving it in the option, or maybe you don't know the answer, you want to leave it. You want to leave it because there is a choice. After 60 questions, you are supposed to write only 50. That means 10 questions you are leaving. If you are leaving a question, in that blank, circle it, the last box. That means you left it. So I repeat this point. After the box, again a circle is given ahead of box wherein the question number is also given. In the circle already you have the question number 1. Here one side you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last box you have last circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So wherein the question number is also written inside the circle. This circle is to be darkened by the candidates if they have not attempted this question. Otherwise don't do it. The next point, candidates are advised that first of all they should mark the response by darkening the circle. If fully satisfied, then they should write a response in a box. Purpose of giving a box is only that if any candidate wishes to change the response, the same be written in the box. I'll clear this point. That's very important for this exam. First, read the question carefully. You have multiple choice questions. You have assertion and reason, you have true or false, you have fill in the blanks, you have a passage followed by some questions. Whatever the question is, every question has 4 options: A, B, C, D. After that, make sure you know the answer. If you know the answer for sure, then circle it, C. After circling it, you write it in that black square, C. That's it. Suppose you are not sure about your answer, you marked it C. After that, you answered other questions and it stuck in your mind that answer C is wrong, answer A is right. Then in that square, the black square, you write it A. I'll tell you here, whatever you're writing in that black square is the final answer. It will be considered as a final answer, not what you have circled A, B, C, D here. So that's the final answer. The machine or the computer will read the black circle and then award you the marks. The next point, even if a candidate is satisfied with the doctoring the circle, this response has to be written in the box. Candidates have to reply both in a circle and in a box. That we discussed already. You're putting C, circle it, then writing in that box C. That's the end of it. Suppose you realize the C is the wrong answer, D is the right answer, leave it. Don't fill C in that box, you fill it later, write it D. Reply written in the box will be treated as final. That's what I've been telling you, it's a final answer. The machine will read that. That's a final answer. If the box is empty and the response is marked in the circle, it will be considered that the question has not been attempted by the candidate. That's a very important point. The box is empty, you're not filled in the box A, B, C, D. You've chosen A as your option and you didn't fill in the box, you get 0. So be careful. That's very important. That's very important in this exam. What you have done throughout the year will go waste. All your efforts will go waste. So spend extra time in understanding the OMR sheet. If the response is given in a box and the circle is left blank, it will be considered that the question has been attempted by the candidate. See, that's a very interesting point. Suppose you left A, B, C, D circles blank, but you written in the square, black square, C. Okay, you're granted, no problem. Not the other way around. I repeat these 2 points. If the box is empty and the response is marked in the circle, it will be considered that the question has not been attempted by the candidate. If the response is given in a box and the circle is left blank, it will be considered that the question has been attempted by the candidate. And the last point, if all 3, that is 4 circles, box and the last circle are left blank, it will be considered that the question has not been attempted. Suppose you leave everything blank, A, B, C, D, and the black box and the last circle. That means the question has not been attempted. You left it in the choice or something, whatever you feel like. So that's very important. Now I'll show you the OMR sheet here. Look at this one, right? You know, the boxes, I'll tell you once again. A, B, C, D are small circles. And then you have a black box square, that's a box. After that you have this box, on the top of it, it's a star. I mean, this is shown with the help of a asterisk or the star. And the next one is hashtag. And that's the last one. Again, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. I told you already. So you can look in this OMR sheet. I hope it's visible to you. I'll bring it to you. OMR sheet. This is the OMR sheet. So OMR sheet, I'll try to put it in the description box in the OMR sheet. You can download it from the CBSE site also. So now I'll tell you. So after that, I'll show you the OMR sheet. 3-4 points I'll tell you very clear. The first point and the most important point, demystifying, that means making it simple, the OMR sheet. Again, I repeat, you really worked hard throughout the year, but if you spoil your OMR sheet, you'll get 0. If you really work hard on this also. Serial order, don't miss 1, 2, 3, 4. Earlier exams, students used to do question number 6, question number 10, question number again 1, question number 20. No, don't do that. You go in the serial order because there is a possibility that you might miss the serial order. Suppose if you missed it, instead of question number 5, you put the circle in question number 6. That means from 6 onwards up to 60, all answers will go wrong. So that's number 1. Read questions carefully. When you are answering the questions in the OMR sheet, extra careful. Be extra careful and mark it. Every mark you're putting in the OMR sheet will count. Be careful. Let me tell you, number 1, the OMR sheet they provide you once you get the question paper. Number 2, you don't have to write anything in the OMR sheet. It is pre-filled. That means already the CBSE has filled your name, your dad's name, your school name, the subject, your roll number in both words and digits. You are supposed to fill only one thing, that is the code of the question paper. Number 2, you are supposed to write it there. What you are supposed to write are confirm that all particulars given above are correct. This you are writing in your handwriting. It is given there in the OMR sheet. You just copy it in your own handwriting. There is a column given there. After that you sign whatever the name. Suppose your name is Rakesh Gupta, sign it Rakesh Gupta. That's it. And how is the OMR sheet? Now carefully follow. Once again I'm repeating it. In the OMR sheet you have the serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 60 questions. 60 questions you are supposed to write, maybe depending upon the options according to your subject. In economics, out of 60 questions you are supposed to write 50. So after 50th question, don't try to write anything, just ignore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, you write it, just ignore. If you're supposed to write 40 questions, after that ignore from 40 onwards. That's number 1. Follow the serial order. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 2 serial orders. One is here and one after A, B, C, D and the box. Again you have another serial order under hashtag. Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be keep on telling you. After the serial number you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 small boxes with A, B, C, D written in it. These are the options you have. I gave you just now. The capital city of India is, your options are A, Mumbai, B, New Delhi, C, Chennai, D, maybe Bangalore. So you know the right answer is B, New Delhi. Circle New Delhi B, proper circle with blue or black pen. After circling, if you are sure that your answer is right, in the box after ABCD there is a square. In that you write C. That's very important in that box, whatever the answer, B or C. And the last one just ignore, circle it, that also 1. Serial number is over. When you're sure. When you're not sure, go to the next one. You'll come back again to this. But serial order, be careful. So number 1, again I repeat, fill the ABCD box or that round column, then fill the box, and the last one, serial number, again circle it properly. In case, okay, ignore the serial number, you circle the serial number last one, hashtag, only in case you are leaving the question. Okay, that's very important. And always fill these circles, this response ABCD, with the help of blue pen or black pen. Never use a pencil. If you use a pencil, your question paper will be on answer sheet will be cancelled and they might take some action on you. So my advice is don't take a pencil to the examination hall. When you're filling these circles, proper filling, make it dark so that the machine can easily catch your response. So that's very important in this space. Number 1, follow the serial order. Number 2, fill in the blanks like A, B, C, D. After writing B is the right answer, so you write it in the box also B. Leave the last one, serial order, blank. Suppose you don't fill the circles A, B, C, D, but you wrote it in the box B. You get a credit for that, no problem, you'll get marks. Suppose you filled the A, B, C, D and you left the square box, then you get 0. So be careful, fill A, B, C, D and the box A, B, C, D, circle it, and in the box you write B or C or D. The last one is hashtag. There again is serial order, that leave it as it is. In case you are not attempting it, then only you circle that. So that I repeat. So again from back, if all the three circles, box and lost circle, are left blank, it will be considered that the question has not been attempted. If you leave everything, the circles, the square box and the lost circle, that means you are not attempting the question. If the response is given in a box and the circle is left blank, it will be considered that the question has been attempted by the candidate. So you left the circles but you filled the blank, the square. If the box is empty and the response is marked in the circle, it will be considered that the question has not been attempted by the candidates. If the response is given in a box and the circle is left blank, it will be considered that the question has been attempted by the candidate. Reply written in the box will be treated as final. Even if a candidate is satisfied with the darkening the circle, this response has to be written in the box. Candidates have to reply both in a circle and in a box. Candidates are advised that first of all they should mark the response by darkening the circle. If fully satisfied, then they should write response in a box. Purpose of the giving box is only that if any candidate wishes to change the response, the same be written in the box. After the box, again a circle is given ahead of the box wherein the question number is also written inside the circle. This circle is to be darkened by the candidate if they have not attempted this question. That's very important. After 4 circles are over, a box is given in the same row. Candidates have to write the correct option in this box, that is A, B or C, D, which I told you. For giving a response, 4 circles A, B, C, D are given in front of each box in a row. Candidates, once confident about the correctness of reply, should darken the circle with a pen. So I already told you there is a space for answering 60 questions. If there are 40, please answer only 40 and leave all the others. Only blue pen or black pen, ballpoint pen, that too can be used. Use of pencil is strictly prohibited. Please give a confirm. I confirm that all particulars given above are correct. Candidates have to write the question paper code in the upper right hand corner and the form is pre-filled. I'll show you very close up. I hope you can see this. This is the typical OMR sheet. This is the typical OMR sheet which you are going to face in the exam. If you want, I hope it's clear. This is the OMR sheet. This is the OMR sheet. You can see it, right? You can download it from the CBSE site. This is a pre-filled form, okay? And you can see how to mark. You can see the wrong method correction, right method is given. This will really help you out. This is the really help you out. So finally, okay, I again tell you, this year is different thanks to COVID from earlier years. This exam is different from the previous. We have been teaching students for a long time. We've seen more than 20-25 board examinations, but we never had this kind of OMR sheets. This is the first time the CBSE conducting, that's why they're extra careful. So just remember, in this exam, question number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every question there are 4 circles A, B, C, D, followed by a black. So make sure that you know the answer. After that, circle B and write it in the box. If you're not sure, come back to it and answer it. Whatever you write in the box, not in the circles. Box is more important. that will be taken as the final answer. That will be taken as the final answer. That's why be extra careful. If you know for sure, fill that box. If you're not sure about it, don't fill it. Even if you made a mistake here, B, you want to change it to C, then C, write it in the box later. Then you are given credit for this. So that's all we have time for this video. Again, I want you practice OMR sheet. Practice, just understand, read it 2-3 times. Okay, after that you'll get fairly good idea. Keep that in mind. It's very simple. A, B, C, D followed by a box and again followed by another circle. In that circle, serial order is given. This you fill it only if you're leaving the question. If you're ignoring the question, you don't want to attempt it. Okay, you can ignore it. Suppose you are leaving it in options, leave it. That's all we have time. Work hard for this exam. I wish you all the best. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and watch our videos, and keep watching for latest updates from CBSE, how to answer the questions, how to prepare in this month. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.